Welcome to second BA fourth semester General English class. This is session number 23. In this session, we are going to talk about PowerPoint presentation. I am Mercy Victoria, Assistant Professor of English, Government First Grade College, Kanakpura. Before we move into this session, let's have a quick recapitulation on what we have seen in the previous sessions. In the previous session, we've been seeing about what is presentation, importance of presentation, what are the purposes of presentation, factors affecting presentation, visual and vocal elements. Under factors affecting presentations, we saw 6 factors that are very important in affecting a presentation. They are audience analysis, communication environment, personal appearance, use of visual, opening and closing of presentation, organization of presentation. In this session, we will see what is question answer session. As I told you earlier, the presenter or the speaker, first and foremost, he has to choose a topic or an idea. After choosing the theme or idea, he has to do an audience analysis. After that, he has to collect the material. It could be from the books or from the internet. After collecting the material, he has to organize the information and present it to the audience. After the presentation, there will be a time for question answer session. Question answer session is an important element in presentation. Why should we have a question answer session? Question answer session allows the presenter to reinforce the idea and the audience to clarify their doubts. Yes, sufficient time to be given to ask questions and for clarification. The audience might have doubts or they might be willing to share their opinions and views on the particular topic. Hence, question answer time is given at the end of the session. It depends upon the present. Usually it is given at the end of the session. Well, there are certain points to be kept in mind while answering the question. In other words, these points give us a glimpse on how the question should be answered. First and foremost, keep the answers brief and focused on the topic. When there is a question from the audience, the presenter should keep in mind to give the answer briefly, meaning the answer should be short and it should focus on the topic. He shouldn't get carried away and shouldn't give lengthy answers. Secondly, avoid answering with personal attack. If there is a question from the audience, the presenter should not take it personally and attack the person who has asked the question. Whereas, he should treat it with respect and answer the question. Be sincere and honest in answering the question. Yes, while answering the question, the presenter should be sincere and honest in giving the answer. How could he be sincere and honest? He should give the correct answer for the question. Next important thing what should be kept in mind is pay attention to the speaker, questions and the background of the question. So when a person is asking a question, the presenter should give attention to the person asking the question. 1. 2. He should listen to the whole question. He should be giving time to the person to complete the question before answering the question. And the presenter should also analyze the background of the question. All these things will help him to answer the question effectively. Next, Address the audience in general. When there is a question from the audience, he shouldn't answer to the person, only to the person who has asked the question, but he should give the answer or address the audience in general. Next, handle the criticism with care and diplomatically. This is one of the most important things to be kept in mind. There could be many questions from the audience. There may be some person who would be criticizing the presenter. So, in that situation, the presenter should handle it in a diplomatic way. He shouldn't lose his cool. He shouldn't get angry or frustrated or irritated. So, he should try to handle the question with care and diplomatically. Lastly, treat the question with respect. There could be many questions from the audience. It could be simple or complicated, silly or the best one. But however the question is, the question should be treated with respect. Any question from the audience should be treated, not only the question but also the audience who's asking the question. So these things are most important in a question answer session, because every presentation should have a question answer session which helps the presenter to reinforce the ideas and sell his views. Now let us look at the PowerPoint presentation. What is PowerPoint presentation? Any presentation, as we told earlier, should have a presentation or should accompany with a PowerPoint presentation. PowerPoint presentation is nothing but a spoken word is delivered with points on screen. How it is delivered? Instead of talking, computers and laptops are used in order to make a PowerPoint presentation where the spoken words are portrayed or screened in a point form. Where do you find the PowerPoint presentation? It is a MS Office tool, which is very powerful tool. What is the outcome of this PowerPoint presentation? How does it help the presentation? It enhances the effectiveness of presentation. So, PowerPoint is in MS Office. Laptops or computers are used for PowerPoint presentation. The spoken words are delivered with points on screen. As a result, it enhances the effectiveness of presentation. Let us look at some of the features, important features of PowerPoint presentation. What are the things we can do with the help of PowerPoint presentation? Creation and insertion of unlimited slides. Each point can be portrayed or put in a slide, and these slides can be created, and the creation of slides is unlimited. You can create as many number of slides as you want, and you can insert a new slide in between. There's another option called slide sorter mode to scan which slide to show. There are situations wherein we would have prepared the slides. We would have prepared 15 slides, but for a particular presentation, you need only 10 slides. And we can sort it out and come to a conclusion which slide to be presented or shown to the audience, which are not to be shown to the audience. Third most important feature of a PowerPoint presentation is insertion of hyperlinks to the web page or image. There could be certain documents, the documents could be huge documents. You cannot show everything in one slide. Instead, you can create an hyperlink and put it in the slide. And if you click on the hyperlink, it will direct to the web page or an image. Another important feature of a PowerPoint presentation is graphical objects, images, scanned objects can be included. If you have a document in hand and you want to show it to the audience, you can project it by scanning the document and presenting in the slide. In that way, the scanned object can be projected in the PowerPoint presentation. Not only that, any image, photos, graphical objects, everything can be presented in a PowerPoint. Next, images can include sound effects. Sound effects can be included in the slide so that it will enhance the effectiveness of the presentation. Charts, graphs, and tables can be included to suit the presentation. Yes, this is another important feature of a PowerPoint presentation, especially during the sales meeting or in a presentation, the organization, if you want to show the growth graph or a chart or how the products, the sale of the products, tables and graphs and charts are used. So in that way, we can have a comparison of what has happened in the previous month with this month's sales or previous year with this year. So to compare and contrast with the sales or the growth of the company, graphs, tables, and charts can be used and that can be projected in a PowerPoint presentation. Apart from this, we can also include audio and video clips. So audio clips and video clips from the YouTube, or if you want to show any videos to the students or to the, wherever you're doing a presentation, these things are also possible in a PowerPoint presentation. And to make it more attractive, different color scheme and font can be chosen to enrich the presentation. The colors and font make a big difference in a PowerPoint presentation. A stylistic font or a beautiful color can attract the audience. So these things can also be featured in a PowerPoint. So all these things, we have an umpteen number of options in the PowerPoint presentation. As a result, the presentation can be effective, enriching, and we can enhance the presentation. So let's have a quick recapitulation of this particular session. In this session, we saw what is question answer session. So after the presentation, the presenter gives certain time for the audience to ask questions in order to clarify their doubts or give their views and opinions. We also saw points to remember while answering the question. We saw many points to be kept in mind while answering the question. Some of them are: the presenter should keep the answer brief and focused to the topic. He should also give respect to the person who's asked the question and give the answer to the audience. There shouldn't be any personal attack. And he should also not lose his cool while giving the answer. The question should be handled diplomatically and with care. Then we saw what is PowerPoint presentation and what are the features of PowerPoint presentation. Some of the features which we saw were the insertion and creation of slides, and in the slides we can add videos, audio, hyperlink, and images, charts, graphs, etc. So MS Office has this tool called PowerPoint presentation. It is used extensively in a presentation so that our presentation can be enriching and enhancing. Let us look at the PowerPoint presentation in detail in the next session. Thank you.